Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am sharing with you guys another flip through of one of my own personal journals. This one, if you have seen my videos in the past, this will probably look familiar. I think I have a couple videos working in this journal, but it's finally pretty much complete. And yeah, I'm excited to share it with you guys. So I have added to the front here, for those who have seen this journal, I've added a few more little details, like this little patch, flower patch, this little butterfly. I've noticed through going through this journal that I have a lot of butterflies in here, and normally I don't, only because I like to be different and butterflies are everywhere in the journaling community. Not that there's anything wrong with that, clearly, because I use them a lot in here. But I do believe that when people feel really drawn to butterflies, it's because they're going through a transformation. And so this journal definitely is a transformation, not only of myself, of my views recently and whatnot, but also of my style of journaling. I think I'll always have a baseline of like a junky, really chaotic, maximalist style. However, I did do a little bit more journaling in this one. So what else? I added some corners here. I just got an embossing machine, which I love. So this was just me playing around with it. And a lot of what's in here and around here is all scraps. Not all scraps, but a lot of what's in here was me working with scraps. Okay, so let's open her up. She's busy. So I did date it. It was from 2024 to 2025. I put a picture of me, which I never do, so that's new for me. This was a TC card I made, my favorite one. I do have a video on that. I can link it if you're interested. And I love to put envelopes in the front and the back of my journals. I don't always do it, but I really do love it. I think it stems from a diary I had when I was really young, probably like 7 or 8. You know, one of those diaries that had like the little lock and key. And my favorite one growing up had an envelope in the front and back. So I'm pretty sure that's where that love came from. And I just decorated it with a bunch of stickers. Sorry, my voice. I'm just getting over a cold. So in this journal as well, I used up a lot of my stickers because I want to refresh my stickers, and I don't want to hoard. There's certain stickers I will admittedly say that I hoard and will say I'm a collector of certain stickers. And then other stickers I just love to play with. They fill my inner child. And so a lot of that happened in this journal. I have just a little, these are some of my favorite stickers. And I always have some kind of protection charm or guardian or dedication in my journals. And then this one, this beautiful little illustration of, or painting of, a cat is my guardian of this journal. I did also incorporate both paper tabs and cloth tabs, fabric. Turn the page here. A lot of this, and another thing I noticed with my style is it's a lot of collaging. A lot of stickers, a lot of collaging, just a lot of stuff. Here is just a rough, I was doing a bunch of face studies with this color, with this like cyan terracotta color charcoal. And so I found a whole bunch of them that I had done a long time ago, and I decided to put one in here. This is me embossing just a paper bag. Cherish every moment. This here is actually it was a floating pocket, so it's a clear pocket that I lined with fabric. I do have a video on making these, and I really loved that it was clear, so I wanted to put something in here so that you'd still be able to see the roses in the background. And so I just put this piece of vellum that I printed on, and it's cool because it does have lines, I don't know if you guys can see, that I could write on. So I could use this as a bit of journaling if I wanted to. And yeah, you can still see through it, which is what I wanted. This is a bead from Broken Jewelry. This is, so this is a kind of a dedication envelope. I'm not going to open it. It has cats on it because this is a little memorial dedication. One of my cats had passed away recently, so I've been just kind of dealing with that, and this is a little remembrance of him. He was 15. And he was very loved, but he's moved on. And these guys, so I had this little thing here. I think it's part of one of these. Anyways, didn't really know what to do with it, so I cut these out of a Collage Soup magazine because I thought that they went well with this page, and so did the backs. I feel like the trees go well with the crow here. And then there's a whole bunch happening here. This is a little hanger I made just with sewing a button onto a page, and I put this beautiful whale tail pendant on here. It has a personal story behind it, so I just wanted to put that in here. And then we got some poppies and a tab. Another tab here. This page here, I have little journaling spots that I can either rip out and put anywhere else or just keep journaling in them. This was a quote that was in my daughter's apartment, and it says, "Make your own life happy." So I guess, honestly, like, we're the only ones that have the control to make our lives happy, right? Another little booklet. I really liked, because normally my color palette's pretty bold and patterned, and I just like how this is a little more pastel and calm for me. And then I have a 444 sticker that I put in here. I want to use it, I just don't know the best spot for it yet, so I just have it in there. These are a list of my favorites, some of my favorite things. My favorite treat is like a warm, chewy cookie. My favorite clothing is jeans and a t-shirt. Favorite ice cream, mint chocolate chip. My favorite emoji is the star one with like the stars. Yeah, that's just a few of my favorites. This I made from a mail tag. I just put this was just from a washi tape. I just did a little bit of journaling about listening to Enya. I've been listening to Enya again. I grew up listening to her and that music. It's so fairy-like and magical. I really love it, and it's brought back a lot of nostalgic memories for me just listening to it in the background. This I did a video on. Oops. And you guys can watch that. I just added a couple paper tabs. This was a bit of journaling about my daughter's 21st birthday that she had in January. And this is me journaling about me wanting to write more in my journals. Here's my favorite spread. I usually have a favorite spread, like a favorite layout within each of my journals. This one's definitely it. It's just, as you can see, it's dedicated to spring. And it just makes me happy. I have bunnies and lambs and rainbows and mushrooms. This has hopped around from a couple journals, and I just really thought it went well here. Can do some hidden journaling there if I want to, and there as well. Yeah, this is some of my favorite cellophane, I guess you can call it. And I just added a bow. This is more of a calmer page I have going on here. This can be removed, and this is a tuck spot, like so. And this might look familiar. This is a handmade envelope I made with a little tuck spot within it. I don't think I've put anything in there yet. Nope. And just a bit of collaging. I just wrote, "To be in a field of wild horses." Beautiful picture of these wild horses. Big fan of horses. This is just a tuck spot I made with a bunch of journaling papers. This is from a gift bag that I cut out. This is from a Collage Soup magazine, and just some affirmations there. I love this. It says random thoughts because that's what my brain is full of. And then this looks just like a jar. I don't know if you can tell. It's a clear sticker jar, and I've got magic in it, or random thoughts within there. This here is remember your childlike spirit. So I just made it very whimsical and childlike. This you might have seen if you've seen this before. It's a specimen card that I made with my whatchamacallit die cut. It's a picture of me on Valentine's Day. I'm just journaling about wanting to add more pictures in here, which I did. So I have myself, and then I have the picture of my daughter, her boyfriend, and her friend. This is just something journaling about what I want to bring into my life. And then I just put a little fun little scrap onto this paper clip. And that opens up like so. I think this is some journaling. Yep. So I did a little bit more personal journaling. Sorry. I did a little bit more personal journaling within this journal, as opposed to just art and whatever goes. I went for a walk with my dog the other day. And it's springtime, and so you can see where the nests are within the trees that were from the summer, and they're just so random. So I was just thinking to myself, random thoughts. This is a perfect example. How does a bird pick the tree and the spot within the tree to nest? Like, what is it about the tree that makes them interested in it? And where about the tree does it make it the most sturdiest part to make a home? So I just wrote that down. How does a bird find the perfect tree to settle down and nest in? And I do know we live in an era where I can just, ask the question to ChatGPT or Google or whatever and get probably a great scientific answer, but I haven't done that yet. Sometimes I like to just wonder. This is another collage soup page. It's, if anyone's wondering who is familiar with that, that's these guys, collage soup. So there's a bunch of different ones that you can pick and you just do collaging with them. This is where the butterflies really start to come and shine. So now I'm now on my second signature. And I just did a little bit of journaling, things I love about myself within there. This is just a layered collage piece that I could do some journaling on. I love using the white pens to journal on black paper. This is a piece of vellum that I embossed, and I just put a clear flower sticker on there. Some more of my favorite cellophane stuff. This is just a tuck spot. This is a little thing I made. I want to be her all the time, so I like to keep that there. Basically meaning I want to do yoga in the forest all the time. So this, I just kind of randomly put this paintbrush in here because 1, I don't use it. 2, I have no idea what happened to it there, but it looked like it got chewed off. I don't use it, and this was a really narrow pocket that I made, so I just figured, why not put that in there? Fitting, because I have it next to a picture I took of a painting I did. I just quickly did this painting one day and I was just, that's what I journaled about, was this painting. I just did it quickly without any really thought or anything, and it's choppy and geometrical, unlike what I normally did during that time. And so at the time when I made it, I didn't like it. But then a year later, I looked at it and I was like, wait, I actually really do like this. So instead of putting the whole thing in here, because it was kind of big and I didn't want to fold it, I just took a picture of it and printed it. It's a cute little bee sticker I got from the Dollar Tree. This is broken jewelry as well that I thrifted. I use these beads a lot. They're beautiful. And this is just a painty paper that I use as a tag. Some more personal journaling. I really like the layered flaps. Oh, this is me talking about butterflies in the metamorphosis stage. I possibly said that right. This is fun. This is there's a lot going on here, but I love it. So I have a little to-do post-it area here. I have a little tag that says think happy thoughts. I just reinforced this hinge because it was with washi tape, but it started unraveling a bit. So I hinged it with stickers, which I'm really liking that. I've never done that before, and I'm finding it's a really fun way to use stickers and have them be useful. I still have to write in here. I haven't written anything in here yet. And this is just a floating pocket that I have a sticker, a book page, magazine page and just some paper. It's also designed, I made a whole bunch of these. I was going to make a video on it, but I figured I don't think anyone would have been interested in it because it's just 2 pockets layered, but if you are, let me know. And then I decorated it with, I don't know if you can tell, with the town PET tape that I have on the clear pockets. So I could fill it with anything. I could even put like dried flowers or something in there. But for now, I'm putting these randoms in. Oh, I don't know what that. Did I bind that in? That's interesting. That's new and interesting to me, but okay. This is just a little flap I didn't really know what to do with. So I put wrapping paper on it, one of my favorite wrapping papers, and a tag that I've made. This I got from my Epsom salt bath salts. And I just decorated it with nature themed things. Oops. This flaps open. This is another embossing page I did with my new embossing machine. To open it up, we have her. She's really cute. I liked her. And this is just a card, tag, whatever, a little journaling spot. And a card that I like the background of. This is another journaling spot. I'm saying how I think this is my favorite journal. This is a little bit of hidden journaling. Once again, some more personal stuff. I did 2 fabric tabs on this page. This is from Collage Soup, but I added some details onto her face and some stickers in her hair, and then just collaged a little bit. This page is fun and cute. I really like this page as well. I cut him out of a kid's book because how cute. And I just wrote dream a little dream and then I wrote here, I love the look on the frog's face. It looks like he is so dreamy and in love and excited to see his sweetheart. So yeah, just a fun, happy page. This is a stamp I have, and I just added this pretty trim onto the side here. This I just left for some future journaling. Collage page and explaining how the collage makes me feel like it's dreamy. I made this collage, this digital collage on Canva, and yeah, I liked it, so I just printed it. This is just a doodle I did of some roses on a book page, a very old vintage book page. This just says, I live my life authentically and honestly. I just doodled on it. This is a belly band, and this is also a tuck spot in here. I just don't have anything in there. And this is one of my cats, Aria. She's my black cat. Loved this picture because my daughter took it, but I love the sun rays coming through. She's still very much alive and with us. Here's another dangle. Another piece of, this was a homemade necklace. I could tell someone made it handmade, that I got at the thrift store, and I just used up the beads on it. This little folder I made with some scrap cardstock. and decorated the inside a bit. Put some handmade tags. I gotta put a little string on that one. So for Family Day, like in Canada, we have Family Day in February, and my family tries to just do, we do like dinner and board games, and we make a day of it, playing games, watching movies. And this Family Day, we were a little bit bored, and wanted to do something a little different. So I remembered when I was a kid, one of my really good friends, Sarah, she was my neighbor from across the street. We were both artsy, imaginative kids. And when we were bored, we would scribble, just do like a quick scribble on a piece of paper, and then we would hand it to each other, and we would have to make something out of that scribble. If that's a real game, let me know, because I always thought that we made it up, but it could be a real game. Anyways, so the four of us did that just on scrap paper, and it was so much fun, and I wanted to save it. So like, as you can see here, the blue was the scribble, and then the pink is what we made the scribble into. So yeah, if you're ever looking for a fun kind of way to pass the time, like even if you're waiting in a doctor's office or something and you don't want to be on your phone and you're with someone, do this scribble game, because it's actually so fun, and it's a good way to get your imagination going. Like, how whimsical is that, just from scribbles? That is from my daughter and her boyfriend. So yeah, definitely wanted to save that. This is a pocket, clear pocket again, that I put this beautiful book page and a black feather. These are just some Muka painting cards that I really liked. I was going to put them on the spring page, but realized I didn't have enough room. So yeah, this is an old sketching of an eye that I found in one of my sketchbooks, and I thought that it would look pretty cool in here, so I just put it in. No rhyme or reason other than that. This is just a scrap piece of a remake of a Victorian album. So I do all sorts of things with these, and this one was just laying around, so I put it in, and I added this flower to it for just a pop of color, using up more of my stickers and scraps with tabs. And this is another little tuck spot. I don't really have anything in that. This is from the collage soup thing again. There's a butterfly, there's the butterfly. Yeah. And then I gotta kind of tuck her wing to open this. This is another one of my cats. That's Willow. You guys may know her, or she looks familiar because she's in a lot of my videos. This I did the whole Mod Podge, no, the Elmer's glue and water decoupaging with the napkin. And I mean, it came out okay. I feel like when I see other people do it, it looks so much better, but I think it also depends on what you're doing it on. Nonetheless, though, I feel like it made the page really pretty. This whole page here, like this whole thing, was from a takeout bag when we ordered takeout a while ago, and it was under my husband's name, which is Gino, and I just loved that I just loved the way that they wrote this and put the smiley face, so I knew I wanted to keep it, and I just left that as a flap. This page just keeps going, so I'm not even fully done with it. Let's just take a minute for this absolute cuteness, like cuteness galore. These were just scraps that I have a whole thing of these small paper cardstock scraps, and these are what I make like tabs out of, and whatever else. So I wanted to use some up, and I did along here. This was just a little tab thing I made for, I was just using up scraps really of fabric, and I made this last year, actually, last spring, and I never really used it. So I wanted to put it in here because this is very spring. And yeah. And this is all space to journal, which I haven't done yet. And I just used up, this is me using up a lot of my stickers. This whole thing is just stickers I wanted to use. I was thinking of doing little silhouettes of people in some of these windows. I still might, I don't know. And then lastly, this is a washi tape. What is this called? Like swatched page, I guess you could say. And then a little envelope in the back that doesn't really have much. It has this weird cool thing that I'll probably use to, I think I was going to collage it here actually, but I'm not going to do that right now. And that's it. So that is my completed, probably my most recently favorite journal that I have. I enjoyed incorporating pictures in it that I don't normally do that. I enjoyed a little more personal journaling along with my art. And yeah, it's a little bit of everything goes journal, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration from it, and I hope you have an awesome day or an awesome night. Bye.